Hi, it's Charlie McCann from Victor Chandler. Welcome to a preview of the 2011 John Smith's Grand National. The weights were announced in London today, one of the most eagerly anticipated days in the racing calendar. 2010, the story of the Grand National was AP McCoy. A massive gamble landed with Don't Push It. What will be the story of the 2011 National? First thing to say, we're at victorchandler.com. Quarter of the odds, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 places. That's from today, straight away from Tuesday the 15th of February. Normally bookmakers would go a quarter of the odds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe from the 48-hour stage, maybe a week before the race. We are going quarter of the odds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places on all the anti-post markets on the Grand National from today, Tuesday the 15th. Let's quickly go through. We've got some cracking markets, I must say. Let's quickly go through the odds. And if you fancy the jolly old favourite, Bala Briggs, trained by Donald McCain. Donald McCain, who, the McCain name, of course, legendary. His father, Ginger, trained 4, of course, Grand National winners, including Great Red Rum. Donald now looking to emulate his father. He's got the favourite, Bala Briggs, but he's second favourite with ourselves at 16 to 1. We're a standout on Bala Briggs at 16 to 1, quarter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 11 stone. Why do we want to take him on? Well, really because of that Kim Muir form. He won the Kim Muir, but he was out on his feet at the time, and he just, if you remember, Donald's other Kim Muir winner was Cloudy Lane, and Cloudy Lane, of course, didn't have the scope to cope with the national fences that Bala Briggs does have, but he seemed to run out of stamina as well, and we just think there may be stamina reservations about Bala Briggs. Others don't. I mean, I remember him winning at Catterick last year, and he looked an absolute machine. Won the Kim Muir. He's been placed really well over hurdles to preserve his weight. I think Donald McCain and Trevor Hemmings, the owner. Trevor, of course, won the Grand National himself with Hedgehunter a number of years ago. They'll be pleased with the weight. We want to take him on 16 to 1 with ourselves. Niche Market is our 14 to 1 favourite. Niche Market, of course, with Bob Buckler. Only got as far as the Canal Turn, I think, second time round last year. Pulled up on that occasion. Now trained with by Paul Nicholls. Paul Nicholls 7 to 1 to train the winner of the Grand National with ourselves at VC. He's got 10 of the 101 entries. Niche Market looks the favourite of the Nicholls trained runners. 5th in the Hennessy last time, had a wind operation. Maybe that is the reason why I think a lot of punters already latching on to Niche Market. And the Midnight Club, fascinating runner, this second in this Thyestes for Willie Mullins, and again, this is our 20 to 1. Third in is the Midnight Club, 10-year-old now. I think this horse, I think, looks as well as if he's got an absolutely outstanding chance. I've had a couple of quid on the Midnight Club myself this morning. Oscar Time, second in the Irish National. This has been given a better, almost a typical Irish preparation. He's been running all over sort of hurdles, owned by Sam Whaley Cohen's father, Robert Whaley Cohen, of course, in the same run, probably in the same colours as Long Run. What a double that would be, of course, to win the Grand National and also the Gold Cup. Owned as well in partnership with Robert Whaley Cohen, Sir Martin Broughton, of course, ex-chief of British Airways, and then, of course, he was in charge of Liverpool Football Club when they handed over to the new owners. Of course, Broughton took over, so I wouldn't think him, Messrs Hicks and Gillette will be backing Oscar Time. Notre Père 20 to 1 also. Notre Père, of course, at one stage a couple of years ago, this was considered a Gold Cup horse. Now he's only got, I think, 10 stone 9. Left Jim Draper, if he came back to his best. Did run in the Beecher Chase at Aintree. Looked, a natural for the Aintree fences, but got badly hampered. And we expect off his weight, 10 stone 9, a big chance for Notre Père. Don't Push It, the favourite last year, the winner last year for 8p. He's got 11 stone 12 this year. He's 20 to 1. Big Fella Thanks, 20 to 1. Is this the story of the 2011 National? Harry Findlay, legendary, fearless punter Harry Findlay, fell out of love with horse racing, but this will be his last ever runner. Last ever runner in Harry Findlay. Big Fella Thanks. Big Fella Thanks named after, I don't know if you know, Big Fella Thanks named after his greyhound that won a massive coursing event in Ireland about 1999, I think. Really got Harry started on the road into getting involved in horse racing as well. This was a greyhound. Big Fella Thanks, that was the name of it. Harry's bought it. Wouldn't it be ironic if that was the story of the 2011 National? Harry, last ever horse he owned to win the Grand National. Quickly, a couple of others. West End Rocker runs in the Grand National trial at Haydock. That's around about a 20 to 1 shot with ourselves. Chief Dan George, I think this looks well handicapped as well for the North. By the time we had a Northern winner. State of Play as well. I've got to put my hand up and say that back. State of Play in 2009, he finished 4th. In 2010, he finished third in 2011. The chronology is, of course, he'll finish second. I backed him to win. I think State to play. Evan Williams, he won't run for 12 months, for 365 days to the day of the Grand National on April the 9th. That will be the last time he ran when he finished third. He's just made mistakes at vital times in both his nationals, and I think he's now weighted to win. He's 11-year-old now. You could argue he's not getting any better, but it's State of Play and also the Midnight Club for me. Just quickly, some of our special. Remember, quarter the odds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. AP McCoy to ride the winner, 12 to 1. Paul Nicholls to train the winner at 7 to 1. John Joe to train the winner at 10 to 1. An Irish trained winner with ourselves at vc.com. That is 5 to 2. Who'll go favourite for the race? Fascinating market. There's 2 to 1 Ballard Briggs at the moment. Will the money come for Donald's runner? Will it come for niche market Paul Nicholls at 5 to 2? The Midnight Club 4s. Big fella thanks 5. Don't push it 12 to 1. That might be slightly big if the McCoy Army like last year, but he's got tops weight this year. Who'll Ruby ride? We think niche market 4 to 6. The Midnight Club 3s. Remember, he's got at least 7 runners of Nicholls to pick from, and possibly Willie Mullins in Ireland. But that's our quick story of the John Smith's Grand National 2001. It is the greatest race in the world. It is the ultimate equine test. 4.5 miles, 30 fences. It's the greatest race. We're a quarter of the odds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Midnight Club and State of Play for me. But I'll probably change my mind so many times between now and post. Around about 3:45, Saturday, April the 9th. Be lucky.
Bet now at victorchandler.com.